we're going to create our online organization for our art class since many of our works are turned in through Canvas. If at any time I go too fast, feel free to pause and rewatch any section that you need. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Google Drive and create a folder. I'd like you to label it the name of the class so that you can easily find it, and then add your name to the folder so that I can identify which student belongs to which folder. I will be organizing your works in a group folder on my separate account. You're also going to share it with me so that I'm an editor, so that if I need to go in and help you, I can. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go to the new button on the left side, new folder. Then I'll label it the name of the class, so whatever it may be. So if it's painting 1, put painting 1. It's drawing 2, put drawing 2. And then my name. Make sure that you put your name, not the name of the teacher. Go ahead and create it. And if you want to, you can always change the color of this so that you can easily find it. Okay. You can also star it if you want to, so that adds into your stars on the side, on the left side of your screen. Okay, so once you have created it, make sure to share it with me. So it might already say, sometimes it does, it says that it's already shared with me, but sometimes it's not. So let's go ahead and make sure that it is, and then make sure that I'm an editor. Okay, so I need to edit so that I can add to it or make comments. View only is not an option for points for this assignment, so let's make sure that we make me an editor. Some students don't want my assistance and just keep me as a commenter. However, if I ever need to show you a visual example, I'm not able to do that. So then say send. We're going to go ahead and create a new folder, and we're going to label it first assignment. And then within that first assignment, we'll break it down into smaller folders. So let's go ahead into the folder that you just created. If you're in your drive and it didn't pop up, you can go and scroll down. I'm going to create a new folder. And so this is going to be for our first assignment. You could have one for your second assignment. So on. And then within there, I'm going to go ahead and click for the first assignment. I'm going to create a planning folder and a photos. Now, you might find that this is a little too generic. So if you want to, you could always rename this photos first assignment, just in case something accidentally gets moved within your drive, then you can find it by doing a search in Drive. Right? So then you would do something similar when you get to assignment number 2. Okay? After you've created your folders, we're going to go ahead and create a process digital portfolio for our classes. So find your process portfolio, go ahead and click on it. It's going to ask you to make a copy. So you're going to see that this is a template, so it's very generic. I have a boring color here. After we're completely done with the setup, you can edit this. You can change the colors, you can change the font. You just want to make sure that you keep the information on the slides. So let's go ahead and just make sure that it's shareable. So we're going to add this portfolio to our class folder. So I'm going to go up to the top. I'm going to name it first. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure my name is on it just in case I need to find it quickly. And so that's mostly for me, not you. You can even get rid of the word template if you like to clean it up. And then we're going to add it to your drive. So if I click on my drive here at the top, I'm going to go ahead and find the class folder for this course. So what I just made, notice that color pops out for me. And I'm going to add it here, not in any of those folders that I created, because this is just the first assignment. This portfolio will have all of our assignments in it together. So I'm going to move it there. Okay. If it helps you to bookmark this portfolio or to create a star of this, you can do that too, but it's in your folder, so you should easily be able to find it. Okay. So then what I want you to make sure that you do is share this with me. So we're going to go to the very top, the gold button. I'm going to share. We want to make sure that it's shared with me so that I should be an editor. So if it's not shared as an editor, make sure I'm an editor, and then go ahead and send. Okay. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and go back and customize. You can add your name to the front and add a photo of yourself. This is just kind of where you can place it, but you can change the shape of it. It doesn't have to be a square, right? You can change the color. So if you want to change the color, you can change the color to multiple slides at one time. So if I hit the top slide and I go down, right, I can change the background color to something. I usually try not to be too obnoxious. So if I go orange, it might be too distracting when it comes to my artwork, but maybe if I make it a pastel, it's not as distracting. Not saying you have to change the color. Feel free to just keep it gray if you like it. Right? You can change the font if you like, but just make sure it's easily read or readable. Okay, so I'm going to go back to slide 4. This has resources for you for your portfolio. So how to photograph your work, has demos, it has tip sheets, so that if I will demo all of this in class, but if you ever need it because you're taking bad photos, you can always recap and go back to it. I also have an example here. And then if you're bored, I also have some silly prompts for sketchbooks to help you out. And then the rest of the slides that we have are templates that you're going to copy and paste to your works. And so you can kind of see them here. These templates are for brainstorming. These are different ways to brainstorm. We'll have different strategies that are presented in class. We'll have research slides, practice, process. We usually put 2 photos in each slide, critique slide, final artwork slide where we add identifying information. This is similar to when you go to a museum and you see the size of it, what's it made out of, and so on. Our reflection slides, right? And then all of our work will go underneath this start portfolio here. All of these slides will be copied. So we will copy them and then paste them at the bottom as we need them. Okay, so feel free to go ahead and edit your work. I forgot one last thing before we go. If you haven't done so already, I would highly recommend adding the Google Drive app to your work. This will really help you to use your time wisely because many students will email photos to them, and it will often take hours, if not days, for them to show up if they show up at all. So you can add photos directly into your folders that you just created. Another app that is often helpful to students is the Google Slide app. And so with Google Slides, you can add imagery directly into your presentation for submission for turn-ins. Sometimes students also, instead of taking photos, will like to use in the notes. They often like to scan, or if they don't have an Apple product, they'll also often add the Adobe Scan app to their phone so that they can scan their work and insert it into the Google Drive.